Welcome in, everybody, to Fantasy Pros MLB. This is Leading Off Live. Joe Pisapia here. That's the Welsh, and it's all of you, the Peanuts and the Cracker Jacks, right here on our Twitch, twitch.tv/fantasypros. That's the place to be Monday through Friday to watch us live. And, of course, you can always check us out on demand on the YouTube channel, Fantasy Pros MLB. Like this video, subscribe, drop your comments there, and subscribe to our Twitch, and you'll get a 1.5 times odds boost of winning this month's giveaway. It's the Billy Wagner Baseball from pristineauction.com. Not too shabby there. Go check out Pristine Auction for all your autographed memorabilia, including Billy Wagner baseballs. If you don't win this one, you can go get your own. Welsh, a lot to talk about today. Two aces on the mound that did not have ace-like games. We've got a rookie who's really heating things up for the Athletics on the mound for a change. But first, we have to start with the dandy Dansby. Dansby Swanson has had himself a series against the New York Mets. Oh my, 15 RBI in 3 games, 3 for 5 with a triple, 4 RBI, a run scored, a stolen base in the second game. In the first game of the doubleheader, 2 home runs, 7 runs batted in, an incredible day for him. He had 31 RBI on the season, and then this morning he woke up and now he's got 46.
Yeah, I saw you see the tweet where it was like he woke up on the 23rd with that many RBI, and he woke up went to bed on the 24th with 15 more RBI. And by the way, put some respect on his name. It's Dansby. When he performs like this, it is Dansby, not any
Swanson.
other name. Yes.
But how do you say the Swanson part? Is it Swanson?
Swanson. Dansby Swanson.
Dansby Swanson.
It's a very good name. Why are there a collection of players every year, let's call it 4 to 5 of them, that you can be in on, and then they don't just do the month thing? Because how many players have we had that had bad 3 weeks, bad month or whatever, then they kind of find themselves. Baseball. But then there's a collection of guys. They wait 3 months, 2.5 months, and then they click in where you're kind of done with them. Because, I was a very adamant draft Dansby later in drafts guy, great for middle infield. He was a 2020 guy last year. Batting average was whatever. This year, the counting stats have been there, but it's just he's had such bad luck, and luck is part of it. He's had a 220 BABIP, but a lot of the other profile is the same. Getting the ball in the air more. He barrels a little bit less, hard hit rates there. He's striking out less. This is one of those profiles you've just stared at, and it's just not that much different than who he always is. BABIP hasn't been in his favor. He has struggled against breaking and off-speed pitches, so non-fastballs this year. But things are starting to click, and they're finally going. And Dansby might be on wires in smaller leagues for people, which you should pick up. But it's tough to be we told you that you have to hold on to this guy, because it's nah, dude. He was just he was a kind of a nothing burger unless you wanted a couple homers and stolen bases for 3 months. But it does look like the tide has turned for Dansby, not just about this weekend, but maybe as a whole. I believe he's hitting 260 in the month of June, which is much more representative of what we know from Dansby.
Dansby, interesting too, because yesterday on the live stream, a lot of people talking about how, they dropped him in leagues, and I understand why. I mean, he had been terrible. After yesterday, he's now on pace for 90 RBI. It's amazing insane how one day can change everything there. This is also fun here from Game Over. It was Norway. All the fans helped boost him. A bunch of Norway fans for the World Cup were in town watching the game. Ralph Vecchiano, I think it was, had the best tweet about this. He said, Norway is the 6th happiest country in the world, but after all the fans went to watch the Mets play, now they're the 19th most.
Yes. There was a really funny tweet. Someone was like, this is literally could only happen with the Mets. And it was I think it was a Swanson, or it was someone hit a homer, and maybe it was one of the Swanson homers. And it goes to Swanson, then it goes to the Mets, and then it goes to the stands, and the entire, what'd you say? It was Norway? They're just dancing, dancing.
Oh, yeah, they're doing this thing throughout the entire crowd.
It was very, very funny.
It's awesome. Funny. I mean, European fans for everything are just the best, and the songs that they sing are hilarious. Honestly, as American fans, we really need to up the game. All the funny songs that the Scottish fans sing and the English fans sing about stuff are just so damn entertaining. Also entertaining, Braxton Ashcraft, 10 strikeouts, allowed 1 earned run, 6 innings on Wednesday. Second double-digit strikeout of the year performance, by the way, for him. He generated 15 swinging strikes, topped out at 99.4. 2 earned runs or fewer in 3 consecutive starts after that 6-run meltdown that he had back in against Atlanta. But check this out too. I thought this was fascinating. Skenes, 88 pitches, 107 strikeouts, 18 walks. Ashcraft, 96 innings, 107 strikeouts, 22 walks. These guys are scary close to each other. That was not something that I needed the visual to really put that in my brain. I know Ashcraft has been good. I know Skenes is all world. I didn't know they were this close, Welsh.
I would say, if I want to look this up while I'm doing this too, Ashcraft might be one of the most underrated pitchers. I don't know if I want to anoint him as like the most underrated, but I would say he has got to be on a very short list. If we don't have to run a poll, but if we were running like some poll and we had a couple players, he would be that guy. 105 stuff plus this year, 106 location, and 108 pitching plus. That pitching plus number has really been interesting. That is far above beyond average across the board. His curveball is a 131 stuff plus, which is actually the same as last year. And his sinker's actually kind of gone down, as has his slider. But the way that he's approaching at bats has not. I mean, his velo looks great. Secondaries are there. And the most impressive thing to me is the walks. He doesn't have a single month where he has walked double-digit batters. And you saw that in that, what does he have, 4 more walks than Skenes on the year? He's a 5% walk rate. He is not, even in the blow-up or whatever, has not had a single month with more than 8 walks is the total. So, I mean, he's limiting batters to poor quality of contact. He has an expected ERA that is better than his ERA right now. Hands down, one of the most underrated pitchers out there. Very impressive stuff. And he's doing it with like, it's like the feel, the command of pitching, the art of pitching, instead of having this dominant stuff. Because frankly, of his 5 pitches, only 3 of them are at 100 or above. 2 of them are over 100. So that's just saying it's not even the most overwhelming stuff. But the way he's mixing the pitches, he's got 4 pitches of 15% or more, and the way he's locating them is creating dominant stuff. And that curveball has been an absolute punch pitch. So super underrated Ashcraft. Hopefully you got him in keeper leagues.
I wish I had shares of him in keeper leagues. Also in that game, Ryan O'Hearn, 4 for 5. Big day for him. Boy, O'Hearn and wow. Under the radar signings. We talked about him in the offseason. They said, look, this is just a good job by the Pirates trying to get some more just major league caliber players in their lineup. And those 2 guys they've already paid for their contracts. Massive return so far. Paul Goldschmidt, 2 for 4 with 2 solo bombs yesterday. By the way, fun fact, Paul Goldschmidt has 10 more home runs this season than Vlad Guerrero Jr. I just thought that was a fun thing to throw
I want to stop at 1 second on that, because this has been very, very, very prominent in the Diamondback streets. Because yesterday, the Arizona Diamondbacks designated Carlos Santana for assignment.
It's in the sheet.
This is the point, is because it's not really big news. Who cares? He hasn't played since April. He's been down in the minors. He's been rehabbing in the ACL. The Diamondbacks decided they were not going to entertain Paul Goldschmidt, who would have required $2 more million, and they decided to go with Carlos Santana for $2 million instead of $4 million for Paul Goldschmidt, who wanted to return to Arizona. One of the biggest, most embarrassing failures across the board, because Santana out and Paul Skenes is just revived, man. He's absolutely revived. Paul
Skenes was always good.
We're talking about Skenes, yes. But Paul Goldschmidt, absolutely incredible run here, and it just crushes Diamondback fans' hearts.
And what a nice feeling, too. You would have sold all these jerseys, all the people with the Goldschmidt jerseys coming back out to the
Waldschmidt and Goldschmidt together, the Schmidts?
The Schmidts?
What about the Schmidts?
Come on.
I know, Schmidt happens.
It's all the member berries. You got a Paul Goldschmidt night at the ballpark. Ryan Weathers in that same game, 6 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 2 walks, 6 Ks in a win over the Tigers. Shohei Ohtani was getting into it with Dalton rushing, his catcher. He struck out 8 guys in 6 innings. I don't know what all the fuss is about, but I do know this. The ERA with rushing, he is at 4.43. His ERA with Will Smith, 0.74. So big difference there. Who's catching Ohtani, what that looks like.
And that was the thing that happened. It was like Ohtani threw, I think it was a slider, and he was like immediately like throw the pitch, and rushing was like shaking his head off, and then Ohtani called it himself. And young guys like that, rushing, you just let Ohtani do his business. Ohtani should probably be calling his own game. I wonder if that is the difference, by the way. Is Will Smith calling more of the game for Ohtani? Or is Ohtani calling way more with rushing? What is the dynamic between that? Like, obviously,
that that meme, that Goodwill Hunting meme, where the Matt Damon character's like, "See this? This is hard for you. This is nothing for me." Like that. I feel like that Shohei Ohtani in baseball. Where he's just like, "See this? You think this is hard?" And he's like, showing on the pages of paper. He's like, "This is kid stuff for me. This is nothing." Okay.
Dalton Rushing's having a rough year. He's having a rough year. Pretty much almost everything outside of what he's doing, like at the plate. It's like, I mean, I guess this was with bad calls, but just everything with that guy, it's kind of rough.
Yeah. All right. Joe Ryan, 8 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. Still good. He's still striking out 9 guys. And again, he was bumped because of the illness, so I'm not worried at all about that start being a little less than perfect, because he struck out 9 guys again, and it was off an illness, and he was also a day later rest, which again, these guys fart in the wrong direction, and they're all thrown off. Like, I mean, you saw it with Garrett Cole 2 days ago. It's just the same thing. Like, these guys just, they're so regimented about when they do what and how they do it. One little thing moved off there, and it's just ridiculous. Curtis Mead, by the way, 13th home run on the year for Curtis Mead. What a season. All right, let's talk about 2 aces that kind of folded yesterday. First, Tarik Skubal. 4 hits, 4 runs, 9 strikeouts, which is great. No walks. But I do want to bring up, the total package here. I mean, he's been great in terms of the strikeout to walk. I mean, just absurd, right? 21 strikeouts, 2 walks. He has given up 9 earned runs and 16 hits in 6 innings. But the 6 home runs is what I want to circle here, because I think that is more indicative of just not pitching for the last 6 weeks and then just kind of getting back into it with such a limited rehab. I don't want to make too much of this for Tarik Skubal. I don't think this is a big deal at all. I think some people might get worried or concerned. I think this is just him kind of ramping back up. But I want to get your thoughts of it, specifically on the 6 home runs, because that's really been the undoing here for Skubal.
Yeah, and we can't blame the 6 home runs on him hitting himself in the nuts yesterday. I don't know if you saw that.
I did. It was a nuts issue yesterday.
Yeah,
or as we like to say on the live stream, a wiener issue.
Well, I'm not. Yeah, I think that wasn't the exact issue, but there was a lot of adjustments that need to be made, because it looked like he whapped himself a little bit and it struggled for a tiny bit. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with you. I feel bad. I don't want to make massive excuses or anything like that, but it's hard to be like, I'm going to hold anything against him after missing all this time. And it's 3 starts. The homers are weird, because I don't really think that's been something, that's been like a major issue of his in his career overall. But yeah, I mean, the 6 homers, I'm kind of looking through some splits here as well, but I don't know. I would say I'm completely fine. I'm not moving off. I'm not even sure if this is anything to do with the surgery. You know what I'm saying? Like if he's holding something back, it might just be the current routine. I mean, he's not walking guys, which makes me feel good. He might be touching the zone a tiny bit more than he needs to be, and that's going to be adjustment. Also, there could be something out there that maybe there's with the whole trading and the pressure to win, maybe there's just a weird pressure that's going on. I mean, did you see him getting into it with the White Sox the other day? He's yelling at people. Skubal seems a little tightly wound right now.
Chippy. He's chippy.
Yeah. So again, that's super not analytical or anything like that. But it's I just don't read too much into the home run stuff. That's leaving pitches in the zone or dealing with a pitch mix issue. Something to pay attention to would be if he is throwing pitches at a different degree. Per se, the changeup, he's throwing it 25% of the time, threw it 31% of the time last year. Is that something he's throwing a little bit less coming off of the injury? It's not something I've looked at all yet, which now you're making me want to do it, but I can't do it live on the show. That I want to go and look and what does the pitch mix over the last 3 starts look like compared to the season? Because the only seasonal things I can see are the changeup looks dramatically different in usage, and maybe that's something he's less comfortable with after the surgery. So, these are all trying to find little answers to it, but not going to make me move off of Skubal if I own him. I don't think that's worth it.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a Dodger in a couple weeks. So to Jerry's point here in the chat,
you don't think this hurt his trade value, or it probably doesn't affect anything?
I don't think anything barring health hurts his trade value. I think he can
go out yelling at rushing.
He's almost got a 5 ERA. Nothing changes my idea of Skubal right now as a pitcher if I'm interested in trading him. Only thing is health. That's it. And I think he's healthy based on the 21-2 strikeout to walk ratio. I just think it's the feel for pitching, because most guys will have 2 or 3 rehab starts. He had 1.
Yeah.
Correct?
7 starts, 2 homers, and now his last 3, he has 6. So that was before the injury, only 2 homers through 7 starts. It does seem like an oddity.
Either. Yeah, I think it's an oddity. Now, we did touch on this yesterday with the Nolan McLean start, but I wanted to bring it back here on leading off just in case for other folks. So McLean started off in a good spot. He spotted a couple of runs, 4 scoreless innings, and then, again, home runs for him, the unraveling, right? He gave up a single to Pete Crow, Conforto hit a double, and then Michael Busch hit a home run. And then in the 5th, he gave out a double to Nico Horner, a single to Amaya, and then, what do you think? Dansby Swanson happened. That's what happened. Mm-hmm. So this one's a little bit more peculiar because Nolan McLean now has had a bunch of these blow-up starts. And if we asked everybody before the season started, hey, Ashcraft or Nolan McLean, 99 out of 100 people would have said Nolan McLean.
Sure.
But here we are, and Nolan McLean has fallen behind the pack quite a bit here. With the Mets also falling behind, I'm curious what his redraft value is the rest of the season in your mind. Because I know in the keeper leagues, no one's really budging. We're all just going to be patient with him. It's just, you got to take your licks and figure it out. But my concern is now we've got a situation where in redraft leagues, that value is really in limbo.
Well, I mean, you do have to consider, this is like the first full season run. Up until his recent, this dude had never experienced any blips. I mean, he went up through May 14th, or actually May 18th, before he had a single start where he had ever given up more than 3 earned runs. So, you know what I'm saying? He hadn't, I'm not saying he had all quality starts, but justifiable quality starts if they were in there. Then he got blasted by the Nationals in his first bad outing. And then it was the Reds. And he still hadn't really been bad up until that last one. He has 3 blippy starts. Maybe, in my mind, that changes him from being in the class of the Chase Burns and the Cam Schlitlers, and it's down a tier or 2. But I'm still a buyer of Nolan McLean. Actually, somebody in one of my keeper leagues just put out that Nolan McLean is available, and I'm gonna poke around just because, you
should.
I still think I think the stuff is still there. The stuff can still be stuffing. We got an adjustment from the live stream yesterday. We didn't have what the ERA to expected and everything was. It's a 4 ERA now, but it's an expected 3.41, so it's still under 3.5. It's still low barreled contact. It's still lots of strikeouts. So walks have been a little bit of an issue. Looks like he's struggling against lefties, and I was just taking a look at this. Against lefties, he's using his fastball a tiny bit more, while I think it's the sinker is being used a ton less. So maybe there's a pitch mix change that's in there. And the only other thing is he's got a weird Jesus Luzardo thing going on, just to throw this out. 5 ERA at home, 2.85 on the road. So I don't know. I'm not sure there's really anything you can take from that. But my point to this is he's got a big arsenal of pitches. He's still creating some lower quality of contact, big strikeouts. I think he's going to rebound from this. I think he's a great buy right now.
I would agree. In keeper leagues and dynasty leagues for sure. In redraft, trickier, but...
I'm saying redraft. I'm not even talking dynasty.
Yeah, but in redraft, who would you rather have, McLean or Luzardo rest of season?
Well, McLean.
Oh, okay. 0 chill on that one. All right.
Yeah.
No,
I'm buying. Everything I said was about McLean and redraft. Okay. Dynasty's a whole nother ball game.
Well, that's an obvious one, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Gage Jump, rookie headliner this week today. 5 scoreless innings, 9 strikeouts against the Giants. You and I were talking off air about, because I was asking, I got a couple guys. I'm on the fence. Should I start Jump against the Giants? I'm glad I did. Now, he got no decision, which isn't his fault. But look at what he's done so far here. In his last 5 starts, 30 innings, 4 earned runs, no home runs, right? He's the antithesis of what Skubal's done over his last 30 innings. 30 strikeouts to 9 walks, a 1.19 ERA, a .79 whip. Welsh, this isn't good. This is ace kind of level. This is dominant stuff. Now, if they only had a bullpen and an offense that hit on the road, that'd be great. But the Athletics don't have either. But this is something I think I still feel like it's flying under the radar, because I don't think people have realized just how good Gage Jump has been here for the Athletics.
Yeah, and a really interesting thing, too, is if you ever go and look, I don't know if anybody cares about doing this, but you go on Baseball Savant, don't just look at the sliders, but if you look at the movement profile, something you can see right off the bat if you look at the movement profile of Gage Jump, all of his pitches have significant, we use the proper word is shapes. You've got some shape differences here in where that his slider plays a little bit more like a bullet, but then his curveball is on the same plane and then dies under it. You've got your fastball, which has got, that upper ride, and then he's got a changeup that dies right under it. It's just a really interesting profile where you've got a couple pitches that you can use dominantly, and then you've got your secondaries that play under it with similar shapes. So that's tunneling, that where, you can have the similar looks and pitches are diving the other way. that works really well for a guy that is a low walk guy. He really, I don't know if you guys remember, like when we first talked about him after the first day or two, like he got all worked up about, he was kind of George Kirby-esque. Like he didn't like the result, even though he went 7 and they're like, yo dude, calm down. You have a little bit more chill. Like this is like a baseball technician. It's low barreled contact against, it's good strikeouts, low walks, really great shapes on pitches right now. He's a total buy in a really rough environment. And if he blasts through Sacramento in the summer and doesn't get annihilated or something like that, we're going to have to look at him on a completely different plane.
I
But
agree.
It's a 2.04 ERA right now with a sub-3 expected ERA with, the bad stuff
What's the
coming.
home ERA for him?
Let's take a look. I will bet you. I don't know how many starts he's had. It is
at least
3.71. That's his worst. 0.49 on the road. It's an even split of 3 starts on the road, 3 starts at home. So home is
I can live
fine.
with.
Yeah, home is fine. Road has been beyond
Unbelievable.
elite.
Yeah.
He's given up
Well, I
one
told
earned
you,
run
it
in
was
3
that
starts.
start against the Cubs that was eye-opening for me a couple weeks ago, where I got to watch a good show. You see highlights, but you don't actually get to watch an inning or two like a guy worked all the time. And I got to watch it, and it was just like, all right, this guy looks really comfortable. Like, he's settling in. He looks again, a tough at-bat for lefties.
Do you think you could trade Gage Jump to get Nolan McLean, and would you do it?
I think you could, but I don't know if I would.
I would. I don't know if you
Because the
could.
win potential, especially if you're in wins, because, I don't know. I think wins are going to be hard to come by in New York, for the Mets at least. AJ Ewing, 2 for 3 with a 2-run home run. More rookie stuff. Kevin McGonigal always on this list, 2 for 5 with a double, of course. Trey Yesavage, 1 run, 2 hits, 5 2/3. No decision for him. Braden Montgomery went yard. Cole Carrig, 2 for 4 with a double, trying to do everything he can to stay up, because there's going to be a squeeze in the next 2 weeks in that Colorado outfield. We'll see how it works out for him. Samuel Basallo sighting. Pair of home runs off Jose Soriano. Hooray. And Mitch Bratt, 1 earned over 3 innings in his major league debut. I know it was a short one, only 54 pitches, but what'd you think of what you saw from Mr. Bratt?
Yeah, I mean, it's solid. The problem always is like it's just not like dominant blow by stuff. It's like a 92-mile-an-hour fastball and sinker, but he's got a really nice slurve. He gets curvy and a slider, and he was able to induce like weak contact. And that's the thing. There was not a barrel put against him in that kind of short outing. So that's the type of stuff you want to see. Probably need to see a couple more. I think they're going to keep giving him opportunities. I'm telling you. I think Gallen's going today. If Gallen gets blasted, they're going to take the G out of his name and get him the hell out of town. They're going to take that G and kick him out, and he will be Zach Allen. Yeah, because
or just be Zallen.
He stinks. And it's crazy. Stinks to high hell. And you got Ryan Nelson out there. They need some of these guys. They need guys like Mitch Bratt. That's why I brought up Gasting the other day. Cole Drake they just sent back down. But yeah, I mean, like Bratt to me actually pitches a little bit more like a Merrill Kelly. So if like he
Zach
can go
Gallen
deep.
hoodwinked you, Welsh, in September last year.
The what's that?
Zach Gallen hoodwinked you in September last year.
Oh, in August too. Don't get that. Remember, it was the day the trade deadline was done. It was like he didn't get traded, and then he was like lock in, and he locked the hell in through the rest of the year. And it was like, oh, he's back, he's good. And then even at the beginning of the year, it looked like, hey, maybe the Gallen.
And he resigned.
Yeah, he resigned, and then he was throwing 94, and his velo was up, and his command looks better, and then just a total scam, total scam, hoodwinked.
All right, hoodwinked, bamboozled, all the above. Let's talk about 3 up and 3 down. Actually, you know what? Let's do fun facts first. Fun fact: I alluded to the Athletics. So here's the splits for this team as an offense. They're hitting 266, 351, 462 with 216 runs scored at home. All right, that's a pretty good slash. As a team on the road, they're hitting just 229 with a 304 OBP and a 367 slugging with just 149 runs scored. 216 at home, 149. Now, I know some of them got inflated from the Vegas week too, but still, that is a very different team on the road than it is at home. The Nationals have blown 23 saves this season. No other team has blown more than 16, not even the Mets. And speaking of the Mets, David Peterson got traded to the Cubs. David Peterson's like, hey, can I just go on that team where Dansby Swanson is? And they were like, sure, whatever, it doesn't matter. So that tells you about what's going on, how bad the Cubs situation is with pitching, that they'll even take on David Peterson. J.R. Ritchie got optioned, by the way, to AAA. And Carlos Santana, as you mentioned before, DFA'd. So we knew that was kind of coming. 3 up and 3 down. Mookie Betts, 3 for 4 with a solo home run. William Contreras, 3 for 3 with a 2-run blast. And Griffin Jax, nice start for him. 2 runs, 5 hits, no earned, 2 walks, 7 Ks and 5 for the Royals on Wednesday. Against the Royals, on Wednesday. And then Matthew Liberatore in the downs. Sorry, Seth. Was tagged for 6 runs and 5 1/3. Soriano, 3 innings, gave up 5 runs. First 6 starts of the year for Soriano Welsh, 37 innings, .24 ERA, a .83 whip. Last 12 starts, 57 innings, a 5.49 ERA, and a 1.6 whip.
Don't ever call me a prisoner of the moment. Didn't buy a second.
Nope.
Didn't buy any of this Soriano business, and it became a meme early on that I was always against him. And I will say though, despite those 12 you just mentioned, it still has a 3.4 ERA. Like impressive. 25. It's still a 4.5 percentile increase in strikeout percentage. That's impressive. Expected ERA stinks. He's giving up more barreled contact. He's walking more. Good for him for holding it up a little bit and being serviceable.
Yeah, the expected ERA is 4.4.
Yeah, it's poopo.
It is. And also poopo, Brian Poo-Poo, charged with 5 runs and 4 innings. His home ERA on the year now stands at 2. His road now stands at 6.38.
God, we had dramatic home and road splits. Weird in the first half. That's 3 pitchers. Off the top of my head, Nolan McLean, Luzardo, and now Wu, guys that have 3 to 4 run differentials between home and road is so odd. And usually it's all home, but 2 of those are bad home ERAs.
Yeah, not good. All right. By the way, speaking of, did you hear yesterday the Mets fans chanting Pete Alonso when Mark Vientos came up?
No, really? I mean, they should. That dude wanted to be funny. A Met. Pete Alonso wanted to be a Met. That always actually frustrates me to high hell, dude, is when you have a great player that wants to be with that team. They desperately want it. I mean, that's like Tarik Skubal. If I were a Tigers fan, I would just be infuriated because that dude wants to be a Tiger, and the team's just like, no, we just can't do it. It's like, little
the Mets made 6 errors yesterday in that second game. Did you know that? They made 6 errors in the one game. 6. Vientos was a perpetrator as well, and after a bad play at first, when he came up to bat, the Mets fans as a stadium started chanting for Pete Alonso. And that's pretty embarrassing moment.
That's got it's one thing. I don't know if you heard it a couple of weeks
ago. Sorry, Lee. 6 infield errors, all in the
even
infield.
Worse.
That was sorry.
Well, what was a month ago or whatever? The fans were booing Bo Bichette, and then he was like, "Oh man, I thought it would take longer." LOL, having fun with it. It's a lot different when someone is calling another player's name that you've taken over that they didn't resign. That would hurt a lot more. I just brush right off, but them calling another player.
That's tough. Yeah, it's one thing to get booed. It's another thing when they chant other guys' names.
Yeah,
I mean. That's like you're in bed with a girl and she calls somebody else's name out. I think, what's worse?
I mean, it would be like if they're if we're doing the show and all of a sudden they're like, Chris Towers, and you're just like, hey, what the hell, dude?
Well, that happens on the YouTube comments sometimes.
Yeah.
Let's go to the injuries. Mick Abel, arthroscopic surgery on the right elbow. Bye-bye. He can be gone. Edward Cabrera, moderate left hamstring strain, not the low grade one. This is the moderate, which I'm not surprised about. So he's lucky he's not having surgery. He's going to be out a very long time. Roman Anthony, still just nothing. Hasn't made any progress. None.
What is he doing?
I don't know.
You get fired from your job, you don't make that type of progress. What are you doing,
Not even dry swinging.
Dude, he needs
nothing.
You know what he needs? He needs a little red light therapy. He needs to talk to Mike Trout, find a guy's little red light therapy place, and get some stuff healed. How is he not healed? When's the last time he played? Let's do an over-under.
1997.
No, I have not looked yet. What is the last day he played again?
I'm going to say May 2nd.
Okay, I'm going to say
I don't know.
April 25th, right around my birthday.
April?
No, I'm guessing. He has not played. Actually, what did you say?
May 2nd.
You were almost dead on. May 4th is the last time he played a game. Almost 2 months ago. And dude is still just chilling.
Do you think he got hurt with his lightsaber or something like that on May the 4th? You think he was screwing around with his friends and that's the real injury?
Oh, yeah, it is May the 4th. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Jacob Wilson exited the game up for a pinch hitter because of a left shoulder issue. Caleb Durbin, I'm so glad that I recommended the waiver wire video because he got hurt later that afternoon. Just the worst. He was sliding into first base, too, which is also stupid. I don't know why you're sliding head first into first base when you can run through first base.
Favorite thing to do in MLB The Show, though. Slide into first every time. It's a great play.
Oh, God. He's got some sort of finger subluxation. So, good luck with that. Chris Bubich, scoreless inning of minor league rehab start yesterday for AAA. AJ Smith-Shawver, remember him? Rehab assignment Thursday, 2 innings of a simulated game coming up. So then Connor Griffin 2 for 2 with a home run, which I did actually see on the internet. They did post this, the Connor Griffin home run. So hopefully we get him back soon. Not Tyler Glasnow though. He remains shut down from him and Roman Anthony are going to go on a Caribbean cruise together.
Yeah.
Like the two of those
Kirks
guys.
and Caicos. They can just go hang out. They don't do anything else.
Yeah.
Sands.
Will Smith.
What's that? Is that what's the Sandals? Sandals. They go Sandals.
Sandals. Yeah. Sandals.
It's a group outing.
Then you have Will Smith has yet to resume baseball activities, but I'm guessing after last night he might today. And then Blake Snell is scheduled on Friday to throw a 15-pitch bullpen session. So we'll see how he comes back.
Dude, did you? We never talked about this. Oh my God. So you guys all know my joking history with Blake Snell. At least the people in our little world know. When you see Blake Snell, there's two things.
The real ones know.
The real ones know. You do two things. You go, oh man, and then you ask if he's hydrated. If you did not see this, no joke, Blake Snell partnered with, oh God, what is that drink you give to kids that like when they're dehydrated? Pedialyte. He has a sponsorship with Pedialyte. No. And I swear to God, he posted a picture of him drinking, and I put that out on Twitter, and of course, it was on his Instagram. And immediately I was like, you have got to be kidding me. He's
a brand ambassador.
And
for Pedialyte.
Ladies and gentlemen, as I said, he's finally hydrated, man. He's hydrated,
He is. There's a picture of him and his dog and his Pedialyte.
And he's got like purple Pedialyte. It's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful.
If we could show this on the show, that'd be great.
I could not believe that it was true because someone sent it to me, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. So I immediately screenshotted it, and I put it out there on the Twitters. You can pull up the picture, or you'd have to scroll down my Twitter a little bit. But it is Blake Snell, full out, Brondo-looking electrolytes. And what would have been, I would say this would be one of the greatest moments of my career, would be if he went, oh man, finally hydrated. If he would have done that, it would have been great. Because I know he definitely knows of the thing because he's friends with Spore and stuff, and people have gone in his chats and trolled it a little bit.
I can't imagine that conversation. The conversation between Spore and Snell must be hilarious.
Oh, yeah, they're very similar. I think they're very similar.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, oh my God.
And Spore is surprisingly taller than Snell, too, so... Yeah, I don't know if we are. Are we getting it up or no?
Very tall.
It's okay if not. We can move on. So,
we can always show at the end of the show if we get it.
But he is officially hydrated. Everyone can now sleep. Blake Snell can now rest because he is hydrated.
All right, let's go to the home run board. Anybody get any yesterday? Not many. So we're kind of at a standstill here. I'm going to go with Pete Crow Armstrong today. Welsh. By the way, yesterday's pick for you hit a home run already today. I don't know if you saw Junior Caminero already went yard, so you were close. You were so close there. So where are you going for your home run call today? Mine's PCA.
I'm going to go with Jordan Walker. Zach,
nice.
He's going to knock the G out and make him Zach Allen today. So Gallen's on the mound. Walker's going to get a big blast. So that is my play. Cardinals going to take one, and it'll be thanks to Jordan Walker's offense.
All right. Welsh, it's time for the best bets of the day, brought to you by Hard Rock Bet, Florida Sportsbook, and the home of all the World Cup action going on right now. Watched that Brazil game yesterday afternoon while I was eating some dinner, and it was just overmatched. Poor Scotland, boys. Just completely overmatched by Brazil. But all the entertaining action's there for you, and you can get in on that with some of the in-game live betting, some of the profit boost, and some of the daily promos that they have going on every single day over at Hard Rock Bet. Plus, of course, all the MLB action. So while you're over there, why don't you bet the Yankees on the run line? -1.5 at +112. You got Cam Schlittler on the mound today against the Boston Red Sox. So Schlittler a little shaky in the last start. I don't expect that to happen 2 in a row. So let's go with Cam Schlittler today, who is the front runner for the Cy Young in the American League. Welsh, where are you going for your best bet of the day?
Well, I'm going to go with talking about a front runner for Cy Young. How about Chris Sanchez? Chris Sanchez on the mound. He's going up against Cade Cavalli. Cade Cavalli with a 4 ERA. Sanchez with an under 2. Obviously, this is in favor of the Phillies, but I was a little surprised to get a half-decent number if you take the Phillies to be up by a run through the first 5. You're going to get like -150. It's not the greatest number in the world, but it's a serviceable number. So I'm going Phillies first 5 run line. So Phillies to be winning after 5 innings. Chris Sanchez is what I'm banking on to be able to hold down the fort. Little offense gets me going here, and they just got to be up by a run through the first 5. So I'm not playing the full game here, though that is definitely a playable piece. But this is when you do first 5s, you're really backing the starting pitchers or playing against the starting pitcher, and I'm doing a little bit of both. This is about Chris Sanchez holding this offense down here. So that is my Hard Rock bet of the day. Phillies first 5 run line. That's the play.
Remember, bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets when you win, plus your winnings over at Hard Rock Bet. Download the Hard Rock Bet app today. All right, Welsh, lots of baseball action already started today, by the way. So we already got the Rays and Royals underway. Rays up 2-0 in that one. You've got the piggyback and Marlins started already against the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Hate it very much, by the way. I'm very against the baseball starting at like 9 a.m. on the West Coast. Like I don't like doing a show when the baseball's going on. Like at least do 10 a.m., 1 p.m. Eastern to 10. I mean, I guess some they do that. I prefer like noon Pacific, but it is what it is, right?
Yankees Red Sox just doesn't have the same buzz it used to either. I remember as a youth, Yankee Red Sox, like the world kind of stopped. Like even you're a casual baseball fan, like you were just very invested. I know the Red Sox are not good, but
but that was like Jeter, A-Rod, and then you had like David Ortiz and Manny. Like the Red Sox don't have the firepower. They haven't had it in a couple years. But
even before that, like even in the old days too, the old go back to pre Nomar and Mo Vaughn years, all the way back to like the 80s, and I wasn't watching the 70s version, but. Even in the 80s, like Yankees Red Sox was just like out for blood. And it's just like to see a summer Yankees Red Sox game today and be like, I'd rather watch soccer. That just tells you where it's at. Like that's where it is. By the way, soccer's on tonight, USA, 10 p.m. Eastern. Will I stay awake, Welsh?
Oh, no, absolutely not. 10 Eastern is like, that's right around bedtime. That's Joey bedtime, Uncle Joey bedtime. That's 7 p.m. for me, so that's prime time.
You'll be awake. I know you'll be awake.
Is Pulisic going to play? I don't know anything about soccer.
I don't think he's going to play. He doesn't need to play. They've already basically locked up the advancement, and they should win today anyway, so I doubt he plays.
I only know McKinney and Pulisic, and maybe I'll watch a minute of it. But I have successfully...
Flo Balogun's fantastic.
I have successfully watched 0 seconds of the World Cup, so I don't know if I'm going to keep my streak. Can try to see if I can work on it.
It's very entertaining. I gotta say, it's been very good. I've watched a lot of it this year. I have watched way more. I watched 0 minutes of the March Madness. That's the one I don't watch. I do not care. 0 care. Don't care. Don't like it.
I will watch more of the MLB Draft Combine than I will soccer and March Madness combined.
Yeah, Flo did get a yellow card, so I guess he's not playing.
There was
2 yellow cards, then you can't. It's so stupid. Like, just because you're bad in one game, why do you get penalized for the next game? It's so stupid.
There was a kid on Monday or Tuesday at the MLB Draft Combine that you are going to love. He's
Rocco Maniscalco.
Rocco Maniscalco. Yeah,
I already know.
Yeah,
I already watched the highlights.
If not just for the name, if you take away the production of him throwing 97 across,
I watched it.
Great,
I saw it.
But the name was okay. Good. I'm glad you already saw it. That was going to be your guy for the draft, 100%. You got Barry Bonds' nephew.
Yeah,
is
Bonds'
in there.
nephew.
You've got Karsten Sabathia is out there. It's a very very interesting group of guys. Draft Combine, not there, but it's been good. Rocco
Maniscalco. Now that's an Italian right there. All right, that'll do it for us, but the story of the game goes on. For the Welsh, I'm Joey P. By the way, tomorrow you get Joe Rico here with the Welsh on a Fun Friday, so stay tuned for that. We'll see you next time, kids. Rico, Maniscalco, Pisapia.
Oh, man.
Welsh.
And me.
I want Blake Snell's face on Pedialyte so bad.
I am so hydrated. Oh my God. If they put one on, I am going to find him and get an autograph. I've never needed something more.
That's going to be the giveaway next year for Bleeding Off.